County chair. These are the best. Yeah.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Congressman Fred Upton, Fred, and I'm delighted to have really my friend. He's been a friend a long time, Tim Pawlenty, here in our corner of the state, stumping for Mitt Romney with a lot of good ideas. And we're going to talk about a couple things and then take some questions from the folks that are here. I can remember earlier this year that President Obama said in a nationwide speech, "I'll do whatever it takes to create jobs." In Michigan, we had 38 consecutive months of double-digit unemployment, and jobs in the economy are issue number one. Well, we've got a great issue called the Keystone Pipeline. 20,000 direct jobs, more than 100,000 indirect jobs. Tim, this last week here in Southwest Michigan, gas prices went up 50, 60 cents just in a week's time. We can be energy independent in North America with Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And in the case of the Keystone Pipeline, Canada is planning to double their production of oil sands before the end of the decade. And if we are going to compete with the rest of the world, energy is an issue where we can actually begin to drive the boat. And I'm very excited about a next president by the name of Mitt Romney, who in fact can take energy independence for North America as one of his major planks. And we can do that. And as chairman of the Energy and Commerce Committee, I'm absolutely committed to moving legislation that we can get that done.
Just to give you one measure about the possibility of the American energy revolution, in North Dakota, as just one example, up in the Bakken field, that has the potential to produce the oil production equivalent of the entire country of Libya in the future, just to give you a sense of the magnitude of it. And that's just one of the many shale oil and shale gas deposits that are available around the country. And if those can be brought to market in a meaningful way, it will literally transform America's energy future in a very positive, exciting way and transform our entire economy. Fred talked a little bit about energy and energy independence. I want to talk more broadly about restoring America's middle class. This campaign for president, and we're here on behalf of Governor Romney's campaign, obviously, is in large measure a referendum on the president's performance in office as it relates to creating an environment where the economy can restore and revitalize and grow, and he's failed on that measure. There's no question that President Obama inherited a challenging situation, but his policies, his misguided and wrong-headed policies, have made the recovery more stifled and less promising and not promising at all. President Obama has now presided over a period of time that's the lowest rate of business formation in 30 years, in the modern history of the country. 30 years. He's presided over 43 months of over 8% unemployment. We have 23 million Americans who are unemployed, underemployed, who have given up looking for work. It's pretty clear when you look at President Obama's pitch to the American people now as he's trying to be reelected. He's basically saying, give my failed policies more time and more money. And our message to the president is, Mr. President, you're out of time and the country's out of money. And so if you go talk to Michiganders and you talk to people across this country and they give you their sense of what they hope for, what they dream about, what they care about, they'll certainly talk about faith and family, but then they'll talk about a series of other things that they're worried about and concerned about. They want to make sure they can pay their mortgage. They want to make sure they can put gas in the car. They want to make sure they can get their kids to college and pay for it. They want to make sure they can pay their health insurance premiums. And for most Americans, that means they got to have a job. And this president either fails to understand or doesn't want to hear what it's going to take to get the private economy moving again. His answer to everything is another government program or more expansion of government, when in fact Mitt Romney understands that's not the answer. The answer is getting the private economy moving, getting more businesses started, getting more businesses growing so that they can provide jobs and give people real hope and real change and maintain and grow our middle class in this country. Jobs is the pathway towards restoring the middle class in this country. And on that measure, the president has failed, and the policies that he's proposing for re-election aren't going to work either. The answer isn't more government to restore the middle class. The answer is to get and make available more good-paying jobs for people in this state and all across the country.